off with obviously why we're here. We've been coaching at the Southern High School Championships this weekend, and you've been coaching your son's team at Taroona High School. I've watched a couple of games. The boys worked. They tried their hardest and worked hard. What did you make of it?
Well, look, they improved over the weekend, and what's great to see, not only the Taroona High grade 7-8 boys, who a lot of whom haven't played basketball before, improving over the weekend, but it's great just to see so many teams from high schools across southern Tasmania competing here, and really that's what it's about, and that's what I want to stress as President of the Chargers is we need to build pathways from participation to peak playing, basically. And I want all these kids, boys and girls, to have a pathway and aspiration to play for the Chargers.
Let's get on to the business that happened on Friday night. Win News were able to reveal from you that the Lady Chargers will now be known just as the Chargers, so incorporating the men's name. What's the reason behind that, and why we moved to that name?
Well, it's a lot about saying to both the boys and the girls who are playing here in this high school tournament, they're equally important to us. We want the boys, the young men aspiring to play for the Chargers men's team. We want the girls, the young women aspiring to play to the now Chargers women's team is what we're going to call it. So we're going to have one club, Telstra Hobart Chargers. We're going to have a men's team, we're going to have a women's team, and that's good equity. That's about saying we value both the men's program and the women's program, and the sort of older, I guess, fairly old-fashioned nomenclature of the ladies' Chargers. We're going to drop away because we believe it's important to show the community we're a community club. We value the young women and the young men equally.
Also, in that report, there were obviously there's still ongoing talks with the Glenorchy City Council. So, is the Doohan Entertainment Centre now the front runner for to be the home venue for next year?
Well, can I just say both the Glenorchy City Council and the Kingborough Municipal Council have been outstanding. Both of them have wanted to work with us. Both of them have put proposals on the table. Matt Hargraves, our Treasurer, and I are now working through the numbers of both those proposals. Look, the truth is that the deck is the ultimate venue for basketball in southern Tasmania, and if we can get there, if we can make it work in terms of atmosphere, if we can make it work in terms of dollars, that is my aspiration for the club. I think we've probably got another 2 to 4 weeks of discussions, negotiations, analysis by the board, but it's my very dear hope that by come November 28th, the AGM, which I want all Chargers fans, supporters, sponsors, everyone to come to, by that time, November 28th, that's 4 weeks away, we can make an announcement about where we're going to be playing games next year.
Now, we've talked about Stewie in our last couple of interviews. Will he coach? Now there's a sign of he may come back to the Chargers, but not potentially in the head coaching role. Can you kind of explain?
We'll be making announcements about Stewie's role going forward. He's going to have an expanded role, I can tell you that. Stewie's role going forward. One of the things I'm absolutely certain we need to do is build better community linkages into the clubs and into the CAMs of southern Tasmania. We need to put some real effort into that as Chargers, and Stewie's helping me think through what the best way to do that is right now. We'll have some announcements about that coming in the coming weeks. Now, what I've said, of course, is I want this team in 3 years' time, this club, to be NBL ready. Now, to be NBL ready, we need an NBL ready coach. Now, I think Anthony Stewart is good enough to be an NBL coach. Whether or not he thinks he is, I don't know. But we should, and Stewie and I have had this conversation, we should be aspiring at all times to have the best players, the best coaches, the best game night, the best support of our sponsors and supporters we possibly can, and that's what we're going for. But you'll see announcements, and Ronnie, Chargers TV be first to know on this one, I promise you.
Well, that's excellent to hear, David. And obviously, talking about announcements, will you have any key announcements coming up this week?
Yeah, this week I urge Chargers fans and supporters and sponsors to look out on Wednesday of this week. That's Wednesday, the 2nd of November, day after Melbourne Cup Day. We've got a major, very positive announcement coming out that day, and I know it'll be welcomed by all Chargers fans.
And of course, let's talk up the AGM on November 28th. again, we just want to probably remind people how important it is to pay up as a paid member, the $20, and get to the AGM on the 28th.
So Mawson Pavilion on the 28th of November. It's a Monday evening. Pay your $20 to become a member and you can vote at the AGM. I will be presenting, though, to sponsors, supporters, the basketball community, our pathway forward for the next 1, 2 and 3 years. We'll have some exciting announcements. We'll have a couple of lemonades, maybe a beer to celebrate, because next year, 2017, is going to be the year of the Chargers, and we want to kick off that year with a celebration of our sponsors on the 28th of November. Everyone's welcome.
Well, exciting times ahead, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting week. We'll no doubt see you on Wednesday at the press conference, and thanks for your time today, David.
Thanks, Ronnie, and thanks always for your great work, mate.
Thank you.